if they had another season, like how do you picture it would have ended?
Oh, I don't know. I know Dean always has really good answers for this. He did a lot of thinking about what it would be. Yeah, I don't know, but I really do wish that there was a way for Dean and I to get to do something together. I don't think that the DC world will ever, it probably won't ever work for them for he and I to actually play Lois and Clark anymore. But it would be fun if we could do a movie together or something like that. Yeah.
Thanks. Do you know Desperate Housewives experience? And are you sometimes a little bit like Susan, like a little bit goofy or like falling or like the same stuff that happens to Susan when she's in like awkward positions? And does it happen to you sometimes?
So no, and I think part of portraying her physicalities, stumbly, whatever, I always approached that as an actress as it was almost like a choreographed thing that I was doing, a physicality, you know, an extension of her sort of insecurities and personality. And so no, I Teri am not like that, and in other ways I'm a very good cook and Susan's a horrible cook. I don't fall down, Susan falls down. I pay my bills, Susan didn't pay her bills. So we're very different, but I think we're connected in that I think we both love with a very big heart. I think that's where Susan and I were connected. But the funny memory. You asked me about funny memories yesterday, and I was having some trouble thinking of them, and so I thought about it last night, thinking that maybe someone would ask, and I did remember one that maybe I haven't told this story too often. The episode where Susan gets caught outside naked in the bushes. That was, I think, our second or third episode. And that day, we had a new wardrobe lady that was taking care of the women on the show. And so it was basically like, and her name actually was also Susan. And so I met her in my dressing room, and it was like, "Hi, Susan. Hi, I'm Teri. And then here's my breasts. Now, please put some tape on them and cover them up." Because we like just had to cover, you know, and it was this like crazy way to basically be naked and meet someone, and on the very first day, and I'll never forget that. Yeah, it was very funny. So that was funny.
Alors, thank you 1,000 times for being here, and
thank you.
Love you as much as I love Susan.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. It was offered to me, and what I heard, I don't know for sure that this is true, but what I was told was that the director, Henry Selick, had cast Dakota Fanning, and so he knew what her voice pattern sounded like, and then I guess he just listened to a lot of actresses in Hollywood, and apparently my voice naturally matched up with her voice, and he thought that I would be a good mother. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but I never did audition for it. So the process is very, very different. You're in a recording studio totally by yourself. You're not acting with anyone else, and the director's there, and you really do like many versions of the same line, sort of over and over and over, until he hears exactly the intonation that he would want, and then you move on, and then months later you go back and maybe redo it because the animation's changed, and you kind of do this process over 2 years. And they rewrite lines, and then you go in and do new lines. So it's a very different, singular. I mean, including the director, but it's just stationary in a sound booth. You're not necessarily looking at the images. You're just acting into a microphone.
Not even with the image?
the image comes last.
Je peux traduire,
Oh,
si
you
vous
don't
voulez.
speak English. I mean,
No,
you do,
well,
but well, you do obviously. Wait, what? Okay, no, I got it. Oh, that's so funny.
peux traduire, si vous
I
voulez.
understood. No, I got it. Yeah. I don't know about the union stuff. I think in the States you still have to be in the Screen Actors Guild to get into Screen Actors Guild, but I'm not sure. But I think it has, social media has definitely changed the business. Like, I don't think we're in the business where you can just be waiting for someone to offer you a job in a show. Like, I think there's a lot of demand and impulse to be your own content creator. And yeah, I think it's very different. And people ask me all the time, like, how would you break into this business at this point? And honestly, I don't know. Like, other than I tell people, write something and go make it and put it out there. There's a million, there's TikTok, there's YouTube, you know, and then it's sort of like that old expression, like throwing spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. You know, maybe you get lucky and something draws some attention. Other than that, I think, you know, continue to work on your craft. You know, even for me, okay, so a few months ago, these really cool writer-directors in pilot project, and basically I had to take my own phone and go sit in a parking lot and film myself in this sort of monologue that they had written of this character. And that was how they were producing this show. And, you know, I could have said no to that. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But I didn't, because I wanna work with these creative people, so I went and did it, and it was really cool, and I don't know what's happening with it, but I had a lot of fun. And so I think you just have to be open, and you just have to keep working, keep acting, keep getting better, keep practicing, and never give up, I guess.
Thank you.
Elle me dit merci à tous de l'accueillir aussi chaleureusement en France. Alors, vous avez encore de la voix, donc